what it is, I'm going to shred. This is, I feel good. It's freezing outside, but I'm gonna make it happen. Woo! All right. Woo! Hot tamale, baby. Namaste, I catch my family, and welcome to morning coffee. Let's go. Get your notepads out. I'm gonna shred at a very fast speed, and then we'll kind of slow it down and hang out a little bit. Got my 80s on today, so got the 80s on in the background, boys and girls. It's ladies and gentlemen. It's one of them days, saying what up to all my fellow light workers, light warriors on this planet. We got this. There's a higher speed of frequency. The crystalline bodies are actually being activated. That's what I'm talking about. That carbon is kind of going the way of the dodo. And we're going to have lots of fun. All right. Big shout out to my fellow Lyran brother, Fred. Yo, bro. This was the right home for this selenite blade of awesomeness, Fred. And your beautiful daughter and the Ashtar command and everything that is awesome. I'm going to speak about some very high vibe things right now. If you guys are in a low place, you're a little low, I'm going to go ahead and make you feel good. All right, that's how we do for each other. All right, so Streamlined Consciousness. Let's go. Okay. Over the next period of 6 months, there will be many choices made by each and every one of you independently and as a group. The main function of your reality is your bandwidth is fluxing into a higher field capacity of what you're actually conscious of and what you have access to. When that consciousness or that bandwidth of information, let's call this the fifth dimension, becomes to supersede your third dimensional platform in what your day-to-day normal thought process is, you begin to see and understand what it means to truly ascend. There is a large 16% of the population right now is already processing in a fifth-dimensional construct, right? Thank you so much for that awesome information. For all of you guys working on yourselves, you guys are doing fantastic. You're doing great. The small changes that you're making in your daily lives have huge effects on future timelines. If you guys get up in the morning and do your best to help others, if we all did that together, this planet would shift this fast. A lot of the stuff in this deep swamp situation that's being cleaned up over here in the US, it will come to pass. The raw legalities of the function and what has been found has already been overwhelming, and it's almost to a degree where the galactics will step in at this point. The entire collective consciousness of this planet and this timeline that we're riding on deserves the best. And that goes for all beings above and below surface. As you're one of your galactic commanders down here, I'm going to tell you something real. They're going to push the button. Remember last week I was like, push the button? And by the way, happy holidays as I open my eyes and everything. How you guys doing out there? Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year. Let's go. I'm really excited. Okay, back to the flow. If you guys are just waking up, let's go through this really quickly. Okay? If you guys are just like, I just woke up, let me just shred this for you real quick. You're going to wake up, your tum-tum's on, your intuition, okay? You're going to feel more things and synchronicities. You're going to notice different numbers and synchronicities within your life. 222, 111, 1212, 1222, 555, 444, 333. So what, 333. So what does this mean? This means your higher selves are doing a spot check on the lower dimensional self, us being the lower dimensions in the physical plane, and seeing if that vessel is conscious enough to actually recognize, to turn their head and go, hey, it's 1111. Okay, it starts there. Your intuition is going to grow. Your knowledge base is going to grow. Your questions are going to grow. Signs of intelligence are asking questions, ladies and gentlemen, across this earth. Okay, if there's something you don't like and you're being told you can't ask a question, that's a problem. Okay? The main function of this reality is to express yourself in a loving and sovereign way, and it's your choice. The Galactic Federation of Light and many of these other awesome, establishments are set up in a non-infringement focus on the 3D. However, when there's direct violations of your galactic sovereignty and protocols, that's when you can call on your higher selves to make adjustments on the planet, and it's a legal term. Okay? There are many awesome planets and galaxies out there, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Those universal laws still ring true. Many of you guys incarnated to uphold those universal truths. Okay? We've incarnated on many planets before, and some of our depth and our consciousness goes back many, 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 many eons of years, right? So to have us here right now, understanding that we are temperature gauges to monitor and recognize what we want to keep for our future timeline and what we don't. Okay, there's been many different timelines that have worked out and not worked out. What I'm noticing is the interaction of many ET species jumping through timeline wormholes and time dilations is, I think there has been a subset of understanding that this timeline we're writing on is actually the one that makes it. So why are we getting all this interaction? Why are we getting all this diversity? Well, if we have a quantum computer out there in our galaxy, especially in our solar system, and they go, hey, out of all these timelines, which is the one that's the best? We're on that timeline. We're holding the entire planet to that timeline. We are, as a collective, me and you are holding that timeline together with our consciousness. Okay. And we're just getting started. All right. Okay. What it is, okay, so that's what I'm trying to say. Like, how does it change? Listen, you guys, you know, was it one awoke light worker fully empowered is worth 1 million people sleeping? Well, count how many light workers are out there on the planet right now crushing. Let me tell you something. These countries are waking up. I just saw rallies in different countries about what's going on here in the United States. You guys, this planet is one sphere of awesomeness. This sphere is one awesome playground for us as human, or the hue of manifestations, us light beings in these physical suits, to enjoy ourselves and learn from what we need to process in this reality. So carrying forth into future, not only timelines, possibilities in the multiverse, but other foreign destinations where we may be sent in the future, where other planets are going through similar growing pains. They can send in the A-team, us, you know, we just look at each other and go, hey, remember 2020? They're like, oh, you were there. You know, we already have code words you guys don't even know. If you are not here right now and someone goes, hey, what was 2020? We just kind of look at you and go, oh, you mean the no birthday, the no Christmas, no Thanksgiving year of garbage? You mean that one? Like, we already have that in our DNA of what that was, okay? What I'm trying to say is that we earn this, okay? We earn this. You going through everything that you're going through right now is earning your stripes, earning those gold stars, earning who you truly are. We're walking this together. Remember that, okay? There is no pause, okay? Energy, you can't destroy it. It just flows into different forms and functions of reality. What I'm trying to tell you is that right now, between me and you guys out there, hey, we know what we want. You know, I want Paradiso down here. I want to go up into 5D. I want to create effortlessly. I want to create beautiful gardens and insanely beautiful, optically beautiful. Like, you guys, I like to compete against my higher selves. Like, look, we get there. Like, I'm like, oh, so what do you got downstairs? And well, let me see these pillars and let me see these waterfalls. Like, I'm over here trying to compete with my Syrian. I'm like, so what's really fresh to death over in the Pleiades? Like, what do you got? The bath? Like, what's the bathhouse? How many things? My thing is that I want to compete with our higher selves in a beautiful and compassionate way to the sense of what our true potential is, okay? They already are making aluminum clear as plexiglass. You know, they're making aluminum plates that are as clear as a pane of glass that are also photovoltaic. Okay, I'll take a huge building of the aluminum, clear aluminum, and I'd like my gazebo to be in the back. I'd like the harmonics of my surround sound Bose system to vibrate the crystals on the second and third floor. Any more master organ players? Can you just play 432 or 712 or 512 and just ring it so hard that everyone's vibration just pops out of the suit? What I'm trying to express is who we really are is so magical. It takes every bit of extra penny on this planet to dissuade you and distract you from the truth of who you really are. They spend billions and trillions of dollars lying to you every single day. Understand this, for hundreds of years. Okay. Understand the amount of money spent to keep you guys asleep. On the pharmaceuticals, on the chemtrails, on the fluoride in your water, and the nutrition. All this stuff is kept to keep you guys from remembering who you are. So don't get it twisted. Okay. All right, back to the flow. You out. Okay. I was like, can I go live today? I was like, it's 30 degrees outside. I was like, That's Fahrenheit for all my for all my Europeans watching out there. We're over here on the Imperial System over in the US, you know. All right. Oh my goodness. Just get this. I feel like I'm in a slow motion movie. How was it down there? There's a lot of turmoil and suffering, but we made it through, you know? There's some pretty cool boatmen down there that have been through this before, if you know what I mean. You know? And for all these guys doing negative stuff, hey, the last thing you want to do is piss off one of the boatmen. You know what I'm talking about. I'm like, yo, bro, where's your drachma? Oh, yeah. Into the river Styx with you. Just kidding. Hey, let's weigh your heart. Let's see how, we should weigh these turds' hearts on like live camera though. Like, oh, it's almost like it's better than like, you know, the mass arrest and all this stuff. It's more like, let's pull them out in front of like, you know, ISIS with like the weight and like, you know, the to weigh the heart. It has to be lighter than a feather, right? What I'm trying to say is that it'd be funny just to do that so we all go, oh God, that thing didn't even come up on a scalar wave, right? What I'm trying to get to is a lot of these guys are also growing up and seeing potentials, but to understand that the fourth density world, there's a barrier wall that will not allow you to enter fifth density if you're service to self. So what did some of these species do? I want to be King Kong of fourth density. Now, let's be completely clear. I'm not Geico, okay? I'm not like a fourth density reptilian. When I talk to my big Drake, I'm like, what is the deal with this, brah? And he goes, dude, lower forms, lower selves. That's our lower forms. And I was like, oh, because, you know, Kramer's telling me you guys got alligator heads running around. I'm like, what is going on? I have these personal family conversations with my own aspects when I hear information. I'm not channeling. If there's issues with the Anunnaki and I'm watching Gaia TV, I sit there in deep meditation for 2.5 hours until my guides break it down for me and everything that they're sharing. Yes or no? Yes, no. What is this? What is this? What is this? What is this? You guys need to do the same thing with discernment. When you guys are getting information, ask your own higher selves, preferably the ones on the left-hand side. Right? Hey, does this resonate with me? Should I believe this? Can I have more forms or options or opinions? You know, there's two sides to every coin, right? What I'm trying to say is the more information that you can accurately discern is going to be a higher level of understanding that you achieve. Okay? There's no pointing fingers, right? I'm trying to say, hey, if somebody says something, meditate on that if it's important to you and see if it resonates. What I'm trying to get to is we're all made up of different star species and different aspects and different polarities. My thing is that we need to learn how to work together to create the most awesome place in the universe. Okay, that doesn't change. It's popping over here, baby. So that's what I'm trying to get to is, I don't know, this 80s music kind of get me going, right? All right. What I'm getting to is like, I feel like grandpa, and I'm like, yeah, okay, you guys have this. Yeah, okay, Antarctica, okay, flash froze, huh? Okay, so you got, you know, decloaked drakes walking around. Okay, big deal. Okay, they look gnarly. Okay, next. You got reptilian running around in South Carolina. Okay, what else you got? You got a bunch of Greys, the Anunnaki left over here, and you got some guys from Zeta. Okay, what else you got? My thing is that when you guys go down the shopping list of all the species and you take all the fear out of the situation and you think about it as one family trying to figure it out and trying to graduate into a fifth density constitution of what they truly deserve and what they truly want. No one wants to be stuck in fourth density forever, you know? But they don't want to give up what they got. So what they're looking at is, so the rest of these realities, what's going on there? I'd be curious too, you know? And to not have any aspects of that species try, I don't know if that's the wisest decision. I think they should try. The issue is that if you try to go service to others and you've been service to self forever, what happens? Well, I'm sure when you get home, imagine you're, a certain species. You go to a planet where the planet that you incarnate on is 100% service to others, let's just say. Well, what happens when you leave that world, you go home and everything is empire? Service to self. You're probably going to look at everyone like they're kind of batshit crazy. There's the truth. You're going to go, all you guys do is this all day long, every day, and this is what you believe all day, every day. That you guys are the masters of the universe. That's what you guys believe in this density. That there's nothing else besides this density. After you've already experienced a place much higher. What I'm trying to get to, that's a shock for many, and many of us are doing that right now for our own species. It's not easy to hand over power, ladies and gentlemen. They don't want to do it. What I'm trying to say is, how do you get through? Like, for real high level talk, like, how do you get through? You got to go, yo, what did I say in my past videos? I had to hand over 30% or more of my nanotech in my 4th dimensional version. For that, I got upgraded with some light angelic gear. But let me tell you something. It was very difficult for the Winter Soldier over here to hand over my favorite handgun or my favorite plasma rifle, or, you know, the whole, it's like, whoa, that thing's gotten me through so much gnarly stuff, and I have to hand this over to you and hope that it's a nice outcome. What I'm trying to say is, it's difficult letting go of things that we're attached to, okay? Many of you guys have objects that you treat as important as some things. Well, look at our crystals. Look at our crystals. I mean, if I had to bone out in a fire, if I had to run away in a fire, what am I grabbing? Probably my computer, some of my drives, and my crystals. You know, and Yoda, little baby Grogu. I'm like, that's it. But that's what's going on in the upper stairs, is how much can they wake up and how much are they gonna be free-willing enough to choose? Now, I again shall resonate the strongest being in the universe to you one more time. It's a multidimensional being that can morph into any one of their higher selves at will. It's an energy form that can shift into your 3D, your 4D, your 5D, your 6D, your 7D, your 8D. Hey, there's a meeting up in Nibiru. I don't know if, I'm not a huge fan of Nibiru. One of my guys still has a beef with one of the senators over there that dropped me off here and then pretended I was captured or dead and left me here because he's weird, weak. But you guys start understanding, you know, okay, I'll tell you about the dreams. Okay, so they had me in ancient Sumeria a week and a half ago, and we were building something, and I just remember I woke up to the sound of a whip. And I don't know if you ever heard a whip crack from a 15 to 20 foot being that has these knots on it. It sounds like lightning when it strikes. I woke up when one of those big dudes went crack, and I woke up. So they're showing me real historical things within my own codex of how it was back then, okay? So we've come a long ways. I mean, listen, they didn't have this music back then. I'll tell you that right now. I'm taking all this stuff, all these 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, all this music, I'm taking it back with me. I'll be like Guardians of the Galaxy, just like, and what you had. They'll be like, where'd you get that song? I'll be like, oh, Earth. What? I'll be like, what you love? I'll be singing in a different language. I'll be like, unde shos funde que us yinde rotesh fan dos gombo seate. Whoa, that's hard to do. I never tried to do that. Unde sombo rimbe hasatore. Anyways, that's I haven't tried that before. Sing a song in star language and not know the word. Okay, let's try that. What else? Okay, so what I'm trying to get to with you guys is stay cool, stay strong, stay powerful, stay clarity, don't be in fear. Stare at this entire equation that's going on the earth as one cell, one function. They're trying to clean up all of these turds that are self-serving off the planet from below all the way up to the tippity top of the SSP, which have a bunch of self-serving conglomerates that never should have gotten the go codes and access from Eisenhower. It's been 70 years of this shit show. So just chill. Look, if we know down here on the surface, you don't think our higher selves know? You don't think the Galactic Federation knows where these guys are right now? The thing is that don't turn off the experiment, because there's a lot of beings here that still have choice, and they could be the ultimate heroes. There's nothing better than someone who's like super night side, and at the end of the tide of the battle switches sides to what is right. And I really hope, there's 13 candidates right now that are 100% cabal, and I'm hoping that at the end of the deal, we're actually shown, do you want this or do you want this? They choose their hearts at the highest level of this whole video game we're all walking around in. What you love. So that's cool. I'm excited for them to make the right choice. I'd be happy if 7 out of the 13 made the right choice. When it's raining. The issue is that when you play with the night side, when you play with the dark, it's hard to turn it off. When you get really good in your 4D ego, and you're really good at controlling things, and you get this huge mental complex that you run things. The issue is that it's very difficult to shut that off to go back into your heart, because it's almost like this. You're really good on the night side on the right, and you're like the bomb. Check this out. You got to break this whole thing down, humble yourself all the way back into your heart just to come back up the left-hand side. You don't get to jump from high night to high light. They make you come all the way back down, feel it in your heart, and then climb back out. So they make this game very interesting, ladies and gentlemen. So there's a lot of beings that want to do the right thing that right now are trapped in fear. There's a lot of things that are being held against those in places of power that are putting them in a very difficult situation because they want to do the right thing, but they also have situations with their families, their businesses. And I'm telling you, this is all known stuff. This is all known stuff. We understand this was going to happen. My point is that you show up on this planet with nothing. You leave with nothing. So if you're going to leave like a hero. If you're going to live your life, I just watched Wonder Woman last night. Lit. Loved it. In the beginning, when she's little Diana's crushing in the race, I was almost had tears in my eyes. I'm like, oh my God, this is so rad, right? I like when people excel and show their true colors of how awesome and amazing they are with no fear. You can't do these amazing things in your life with fear, okay? You can never become a pro snowboarder, skateboarder, motocross, ride full speed on a horse if you're in fear. You can't do the action being in fear, okay? You have to always think that you're gonna make it, even if you're not. You're like, I'm gonna make it. Like you ask these pro snowboarders, surfers, whatever, did you think you were gonna make it? He goes, oh, I always think I'm gonna make it. Even if you don't make it, you always think you're gonna make it, right? So that's the key to life, truly, is hey, these bodies are a little more durable than you think. And just try things that are outside of your bread box that challenge you. Now, it's funny. I feel like my consciousness is like opposite of what they're promoting on televisions right now. I feel like, I don't know. It's like everything I want to talk about is not like every single syllable coming out of my mouth is nothing that they're saying anywhere on fucking mass media. It's ridiculous. I'm like, hey, okay, let's talk about we're carbon based right now. We're going crystalline base, silica base. So the main thing about that, when there's a slice, when you go into carbon and there's like a slice that happens where you actually start to go crystal. I read this awesome article. Thank you, Clayton, my brother, for sending it to me. But the main thing is that when you go silica or crystalline body, you can handle more light. You can focus the ions. You actually start to be illuminated in your own light. So they do have records of these. I don't know if it was 12th century, 13th, 14th, 15th century. They did have the illuminated ones that came down and you could actually see their halos glowing through their foreheads. They actually were lit. Like imagine going to the pub and you walk in there with your friend to get some ale in the 13th century and like you're glowing. There's like, you're walking in there like, what's that one movie? Even though it's a vampire movie, what's it called? They're like, they glow at night. What is it called? I don't know. That one movie. Somebody punch it in there. What's that one movie? They twinkle. Anyways, what I'm trying to say is you can see those that are illuminating what they're doing. Is what I'm getting to. Come on, what's that movie? Facebook. Wait, you got Twilight. Thank you. See, YouTube, you're on it. Wait, Facebook, come on, bud. Is there a delay? Are they watching me? Are they watching? Are they watching you? Are they watching me? Hey, check it out. Everyone right now needs to at least wake up in the morning, put their nice music on. Obviously, I put some, cool meditation music on with no words. You don't want to put words on in the morning because you want to stay in the in-between world. As soon as you add words, your brain starts processing the words and it pulls you out of your slipstream when you wake up in the morning. Okay? What else? Let go of all the distrust that's going on. Every time I see these problems, I see no more than 30 to 40 guys per country that are causing this rhetoric. And I see commands that are being followed based upon the species they follow that have given them that power. And they're not rebelling because they're weak. Don't be weak. If you have a bunch of draconian guys telling you to do stuff you don't want to do, you don't have to do it. But if you have a fear of losing your suit or a fear of something that's ingrained into you, I don't know. It's strange. You know, I've been through many life and death situations, and I'm here to tell you that I know what awaits us on the other side. I almost feel like Thor, and we're about to go to war. You know, like, Valhalla awaits us all, boys. Like, I don't know. Like, let's go. Like, I don't know. You know, your heart's on full. I love you guys. I'm like, give it nothing. Okay? Why would you want to propagate a dimension we're not going to anyways? Riddle me that, Batman. Oh, I want to save the... Why? Is that where you want to hang out? Well, I would never. I want to go to 5D. Then why are you trying to save 4D? Explain that to me. No. Everyone has to make a choice if they want to step into their hearts, right? And help each other. Guys, it's service to others. It's really simple. Because here, let me explain. For all those guys still riding the light and night side that watch me, let me explain what I had to do. Here's your little general, you know, Vader understanding. So it's really simple in your tum-tum for all you guys listening to me that have night side aspects that don't want to assist the lower dimensional vessel. Let me explain how simple it was for me. After I worked for about 6.5, 7 years, and I'd actually gotten to a conscious level in my skill set and what I knew how to do. Mind you, my main skill set was cleaning up old battlefields. Keep it really simple. Okay, that was my main skill set. I know how to open, close doorways, and remove turds and help beings that have been trapped in limbo for quite some time. It's what I trained to do, and that's what I'm a specialist at. So, ground crew, baby. So, what I'm trying to say is, the main conversation I had within myself to this day is this: I never want to serve something that doesn't truly have my back. I'm tired of being seen as an asset, and that when I don't follow orders, I'm no longer an asset because I don't serve whatever those orders are coming from. I never want to serve something that's too weak to come and fetch me. And what do I mean by that? When you serve the light, and that light's in your heart, I just want you to understand that the angels and all of that light from the universe, they have the strength to dive bomb into these lower dimensions and grab you. Because that's what happened to me. I was in the night, I was in the dark, and some awesome light being of awesomeness, it's called my highest light, came and fetched me. It wasn't my night side that fetched me from downstairs, it was my light side. Okay? So what I'm trying to express to you is don't believe something that's just not logically true. Your night side's not going to save you. Okay? You step into your heart, and there are beings that have to be strong enough to withstand the darkness to come and fetch you. So serve your heart, serve the light. That's what I'm trying to say. I never want to serve something that does not serve me back. I never wanted to serve something that didn't actually love me. There it is. You guys talk about love and you talk about all this stuff. Have you ever been in a situation where you're just an asset? Well, what happens when you go against orders? See how fast they turn on you. Okay? I'd rather serve something that actually serves me unconditionally and will come fetch me no matter what weird planet they send me to. Or what black hole my ship got blown up in. Someone come get me. That's that love and that's your family. It's really simple. Okay? That's all it is. I don't care if you're a Mars German following orders right now on Mars. Okay? Do those beings you're taking orders from actually care about you? Do they actually love you, or they see you as a number, as an asset that only do their bidding? Pay attention to those in the universe that only serve themselves. Okay? That's why, again, there's a fifth dimensional barrier in fifth density. No fourth density service to self being can cross that barrier into service to others in the fifth density. That's why. Understand that in your tum-tum. It's really simple. Okay? You want to serve something? Serve somebody that has your back. Serve somebody that loves you and will come and get you. That's what I'm saying. Don't serve something that only ultimately serves itself. And that goes right to the heart of a lot of these species. They only serve themselves. They're not learning their lessons. Serve all, and you get the access to all. Serve yourself. There's only a limit on how high on that totem pole you're going to go. Okay? There you go. When the heat is on. You know, Oh, it's deep. It's like in there. It's like, you know, when I was down, you know, it wasn't you that came and got me. And, you know, later when you have your power, you know, they say, hey, dude, like, I was just following orders on my night side, man. You know, I did my best. I didn't know that you would be this dude. Listen, your higher selves don't know you're actually going to be the golden child. For all my fellow golden childs out there, they don't know that you have the potential to be the golden child. Okay? In the sense of you actually do it. You know how many times they've tried multidimensional experiment on different planets and not been successful? Well, when you're in your bloodline and you do it, your higher selves are now looking at you for information like, well, how did you process that? How did you integrate that? How did you step into your heart? I haven't been able to do that in 10,000 years. How did you do it? How? How did you get it back into your spirit? And I say, hey, they call me Bam Bam. No, I'm just kidding. You have to get in your heart. You got to be humble. You got to be a little kid, right? You gotta go. Don't hurt them. I like them. You gotta switch. Let's fix this. No, they hurt. I can feel. I'm empathic. I can feel the dolphins don't like that. Let's get them. Shut that damn bay down in Japan. Stop. What I'm trying to say is you're so empathic. You feel everything, and you go, I don't like the way that being feels. I want to help them so they feel better like I feel, so we can feel better together in resonance together. Oh, okay. But a lot of beings don't want to do that. They can make up any excuse they want in the universe. The truth is, true strength comes from feeling your actions. There it is. I'll give you the one sentence humdinger. Cannot be a true creator being unless you feel what you create. Incarnate as one of them and see what their reality is like, or you'll can never call yourself a true multidimensional galactic ambassador. You're not. You're a fourth density. You're the head of cell block C in a physical suit. Okay, it's fantastic. Now listen, the upper echelon of that species totally gets it. When the snake goes into the bird, the ascended form, they got it. It's their lower selves still figuring it out that we're bumping shoulders with down here. Understand that. Okay, I'm not taking anything away from any species and how awesome they are. What I'm trying to say is that we're all learning together. We all have things we are learning together. Okay, don't point fingers. You point, judge here. What do they say? Judge not, yet ye be judged. No. I say that everyone's an all-star, and I rather put my football team together with the best all-stars on this planet in every dimension. So let me give you my football analogy of Ascension. Here we go. Bro, all day. Check this out. Here's my football analogy for Ascension. I got it now. You're gonna like this. Okay, so all the beings on your left-hand side, here's your sternum. Your cord goes right through your sternum right here. That little weird bone. Why is it a little weird bone there? Silver cord, golden cord goes right through your sternum. Everything on the left-hand side is your light side. Your heart's on your left. Everything on the right-hand side is your night side. There's not good or bad. There's different motions for an action. There's different reasons why you do something. It's not good or bad. As you grow up, there's no good or bad. It's different motivations for an action. Okay? Are you service to others or are you service to self? Now, imagine all the guys on your light side, on your left side is your Super Bowl offense. Okay. Your wide receiver is your 9D. You're the quarterback in the physical. Okay? You're the quarterback in the physical. Here we are. Your offense is all the guys on your light side. Okay. Your tailback, your fullback, right? All of these guys make up your angels and your higher selves on the light-hand side. So your 5D, your 7D, your 9D, your 11D, your 12D. Check this out. Okay, how to win the Super Bowl. Now listen, if you're only strong in the light, right, that means your offense is unstoppable. Now check this out though. Your night side? Your night side is your defense. Okay, I'm giving this analogy so you understand how to be a quarterback in the physical. My night side is my defense, so my outside linebacker, my nose, my linemen, my deep defensive backs, my free safeties, okay? Well, check this out on this planet in sovereignty and free will. Check this out. Well, how do you win the Super Bowl? Well, you got to have a great light side and you got to have a great night side. You got to have a great offense and you got to have a great defense. Because what happens is if you're all light, check it out. Every time you get the ball, you score a touchdown. But what happens? Every time the ball changes hands, you get scored on. Your defense sucks. Okay, now check this out. What if you're like Darth Vader in the Empire on your defense, but you got no light side at all? What happens is every time you get the ball, you can't score, but no one scores on you. So what happens on both sides? It's always 0-0, or it's always even. You never win. So the key is have a great offense on your light side, have a great defense on your night side. When they work together, you win the Super Bowl. Now check this out. Replace the word Super Bowl with Ascension. How do you win your Ascension? Integrate. Integrate, understand, learn how to use your higher selves, understand what their skill sets are, understand where they come from. We're the quarterback down here in 3D when you wake up. Understand how to modulate and use who you really are to make the best world possible. There it is. How do you win the Super Bowl? Strong offense, strong defense. Now, what do I mean by that? Say your 9D is your wide receiver. You need to know his or her name, where they come from, and then you need to know which character on your squad has different skill sets. Okay? You need to know that who's the fastest runner on my squad? Who has the greatest speed? Who's the greatest healer? Who's the greatest at communication? As you understand who you are in this multidimensional reality, understand that every single thought that ever flows through your head that is outside of you, that you're just processing down here like a little USB transceiver, right? You don't know where that thought comes from. When your third eye comes on, you're staring at cables, and you look up the cable and go, did you chime me, bro? You ping me? So why don't you step down here instead of sending me emails? What do you need, bro? Oh, just seeing, how's it going? Are you going to go live today? What I'm getting to is that the more awareness you guys have, the easier it gets, okay? Just work on being a good kid in your heart, being good in your light, and then, like I said, for this blend down here, I like 70% light, 30% night. Why? You're still integrating a little bit of what you need to work on, okay? You're not running into rainbows in Skittles land while you leave everyone in the population behind that needs help. No. We're here to balance what it is to be a human being, what it is to be a hue of manifestation, what it is to be a multidimensional commanders in the flesh, spot checking the physical realm of reality here on this little podunk planet in the outskirts of the Milky Way galaxy known as Earth, which we love, which have had many advanced civilizations on it in the past. And we're here as our birthright to show our strength and how we can actually come together and work as one. All right, cool. There it is. All right. I hope that helps. Some people understand, football. Some people understand soccer. I just wanted to let you guys know it's understanding who you are on both forces or both polarities, and working together is the key to actually understanding the multidimensional aspects of you, because you have strength on both sides. That's what I'm trying to say. Not just really strong on one side. Some people are really strong on the night side, and it's really hard for them to learn how to heal. They're really good with their right hand yang force. Instant manifestation, super powerful, but can't heal. Their body breaks down. They deteriorate. They develop weird health conditions for no reason. Why? Because maybe they're using a little more yang unconsciously than they are practicing with that yin, that balance, that yoga, that meditation, that detox. You know what I mean? That oneness in meditation, all that stuff. Okay, just practice both, but I prefer you guys, again, 70% light, 30% night, until you're strong enough to actually make that decision for yourself, which you always do. I'm just trying to say, don't try to go, you just woke up, I'm going to go 50-50. Don't do that. I'm just figuring out who I was in 3D, 4D, and 5D. I'm ready to go. No. Give yourself like a half a decade. Maybe a decade. Then go, all right, let me switch to a more balanced 50-50. Because here's the thing. You have to be stronger than the inputs of your higher selves when they tell you to do stuff. When you get weird information that comes in from the right-hand side, you have to be wise enough in yourself to go, hey, bro, why don't you just shut that down? Did you go to the gym today? Like, I bust my night side's rump all the time. I'm like, what are you doing right now? Are you bored? Is that why you're bugging me? Oh, there's really nothing to do. We're kind of waiting around. I'm like, hey, why don't you go jump over to Belarus? Or why don't you go jump over to Barcelona, Spain, or why don't you go ahead and jump over to Berlin, or why don't you go ahead and jump over to some of these places with these guys hiding in condos or underground bases and go shake that tree a little bit, shall we? It all depends on what you guys want to do to serve, okay? All right. Facebook is glitching like fire. Really? All right, well, hey, YouTube's fresh. Yo, Bo. So, what else? I just hope that guy helps for you guys. You know, they're glitching. I don't know. We're going to glitch right out of here, baby. I just want you guys to know, so when you guys say we cross worlds soon, okay, what are they going to ask? Okay, let's go into this. I'll give them a small taste, okay? So. Hi, we just crossed worlds. I'm in a robe. I might have a little goatee. You never can tell. Hey, did you guys have fun? Did you guys learn? You guys okay? What did you take from this experience? How have you grown? Imagine talking to your future self from 10 years in the future and they show up in your bedroom right now. And imagine the future powerful 5D version of yourself walks into your bedroom right now or into your house, opens the door and goes, "Hey, what are you doing over here? Is that popcorn under the couch? Hey, bro, come here. Let me talk to you for a second." Imagine, you guys want to play this game with yourself? Imagine your future self from 10 years in the future who's already woke in badassery, just lit, you know, halfway levitating, halfway walking into the house, looks at you right now and goes, "So what are you doing today? What did you do? What did you accomplish?" Let your own self go, I woke up, had some coffee. I stayed up late last night, just binge watching Netflix. That's all I got. You're like, "Hey, bro, let's go ahead and move the couches. Let's go get the steam cleaner from the grocery store. Let's go get a vacuum. Let's go ahead and do some deep cleaning. Let's go ahead and steam. I can't even take the smell in here. What is that, grandma? Grandma dead skin cells? What's that smell? Get the smell out of here. Get some eucalyptus. Let's go." What I'm trying to say is that if your own future self stepped into your house right now, what would he or she say? If you start thinking like that, you go, "Oh, let me start cleaning this and cleaning this." And would they say this was an attachment or that was an attachment? They'd probably go, "Hey, I know you keep changing the pillowcases, but how old is that pillow you actually sleep on every night? 7 years old? 12 years old? Whose sweatpants are these? Is this from you when you were in college?" You know, what they went from full size to now they're like those, you know, the ones, the capri pants, you know? I don't know if you can wear those anymore, honey. What I'm trying to get to is all these things are attachments, right, that we have. Think about how your future self would view you right now and what he or she would say in a loving way to motivate you right now. Imagine if I showed up right now at my 21-year-old self's apartment. Boom, 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 boom. Before I started partying like a rock star and went to bed for 5 years, right? Hey, boom, boom, boom. It's me. I see myself in there like little, you know, skinny 19, 20-year-old. "Hey, man, what's up?" I was like, "Yo, bro, step outside." Come on. I'd be like a SWAT team or something, bro. I'd be like, "Yo, step outside, bro. We got to have a talk. No, we're going to Steam right now because I don't even know what that smell is. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. You throw all this stuff away you don't need. We gotta fast forward this right now. Because who you're going to be in the future is very, very important to this whole planet." You snapped out in the future. If I was talking to my past self before I woke up, he'd be like, "Wait, let me get this straight. You can see out of your third eye. You can hear your higher selves. And I'm living in some weird, you know, matrix thing where the buildings are really small and you feel like you're a hobbit." It says small. You're compressed in this little container. And let me get this straight, like I'm a galactic. What is a galactic? What is a higher self? What do you mean? You do that one touch like that lady did on, Doctor Strange and go, "This is who you really are." Wang. You've been in a cocoon sleeping for 35 years, wang, or 21 years, wang, wake up. We don't have time to play dum-dum. You got to go. You got to get to work. You got to get your path on, right? So what I'm trying to say is that just imagine that. I always do that to myself. You know, is this something I want to do? You guys, today it's 30 degrees out. I'm like, I'm not going out there. It's freezing. But I was like, you know what, dude? My family is crushing right now in all these countries across the earth. You guys are doing great work. I also have to get up and bust my booty just like you do. What I'm trying to say is just think right now when this video is over, look at the doorway or in your bedroom door And imagine you 10 years in the future. By the way, you probably look younger than you do right now, 10 years in the future. Show up just, yo, so this is my past self? Whoa, what's going on here? Imagine what he or she would say to you that you need to do right now. If you always play that game with yourself, you guys, you're always ahead of the curve. You're always ahead of the curve. You should never be bored. Okay, I'm just trying to tell you, you guys are so awesome and so beautiful and so powerful. Always remember your true potential. Never forget how awesome you really are. That's the trick of this game. They want you to forget how awesome you are. Okay. Whew. Rumpelstiltskin syndrome. There you go. Hey, someone just created it. You just created the syndrome. Rumpelstiltskin syndrome. I just love you guys, and I want you guys to know that we are getting through this together. We are in this together, and our collective manifestation and conscience is stronger than those that want to do us harm. Don't go give into fear. Don't shoot yourself with some weird stuff in your arm. Just wait. Stay positive. Take your vitamins. You're going to be okay. All right? There's a lot of information and things out there. I can't get into it right now on this public situation. But what I can say is that everything that we're doing and everything that we're doing in Dreamtime is having huge effects on the collective consciousness. The entire planet is waking up right now. The entire planet. We used to say this back in 2012. No. The whole planet is realizing there's like been this scheme going on, and that what we could trust, actually we can't trust. That's facts right now in 2020. There are beings that are bought and sold by different countries in this country that are governors and senators that have been purchased like little baubles, right? And I'm not even pointing fingers at the guys down here. What I'm trying to say is, what are you actually serving on the energetic or upper dimensional or fourth density level that actually causes you to think that you can actually act in this accordance? All of a sudden, that number gets really small of who and what they're actually listening to. So for all of us to stay right there, pay attention that we are here to monitor the situation and make sure that galactic protocols and sovereignty is heard on this planet, because if it is not, something else will step in to make sure of it. Time is ticking. All right. I love you guys. Hope that helps. You know what I mean? Hey, there's other things coming. I'm just like, no one's seen a Syrian drop team come down before. Andromeda and ships show up. They're like the size of planets. You're like, I thought we were alone in the universe. So, hey, we're not trying to do a shock and awe campaign. My thing is that many of you guys are being selected right now for higher levels of consciousness and clarity in your own understanding. And many of you guys are actually beginning to understand and remember what you guys do every single night. Many of you guys are understanding the importance of you being here and why you chose to come here. So let me fast forward you. Knowing that, take care of your vessel. The more stronger and grounded and high frequency and high vibrational your vessel, the easier time you're going to have. Okay? Detox, whatever you got to do to detox, whatever, the heavy metals, the food, this, just try it. If you guys have never tried going vegetarian, hey, GTFO, it's vegan.com. Go get a huge vegan drumstick, or a turkey leg. It's vegan. What I'm trying to say is try new things. Just try it. If you guys are still eating meat, hey, listen, just try something else. Because I'm going to tell you something. I can make you a double-double Impossible Burger or something else with vegan bacon, some onions, some avocados, some veganese. I can make you a burger this big, and I go, smash this. Now tell me you need to eat a real burger. And you'd be like, I don't. You're straight up, because you'd be lying to yourself. Because listen, I used to be a meat eater 13 years ago before I woke up. You guys, I was like, time to eat. I was like, it wasn't like I ate a chicken breast. I'm like, that's a chicken. That's my chicken, and that's my big potato. I was like football guy, working out and all this. I switched from that, and I'm trying to tell you the truth. You could eat a huge salad with some sort of vegan or vegetarian protein. You can put vegetarian chicken nuggets in a salad, make a huge Chinese chicken salad with veggie chicken nuggets, and make a salad this big. You think you're hungry? Okay, riddle me this. Go ahead and eat that and tell me if you can eat one more bite. You guys, it's a mental thing. No one wants to say it because it hurts, okay? Do not let the temptation of your lower chakra sway you. Do not let the bacteria in your intestines, in your stomach, focus on what you think you need. Do not be controlled by lower level parasites that tell you how to live in this place. I'm trying to tell you. It's all control. Mastering thyself is the most important thing you can understand here. You know? So, and everyone has their own path. And listen, I understand everyone has things that they like to do. Listen, I'm just trying to say is like, just in moderation. How does that sound? Just in and the red meat thing, you don't need. You guys, I have veggie meat in here. I can make you the most insane veggie tacos, blow your mind, blow your head. It's all about how you season the vegetarian vegan stuff. Seasoning, ladies and gentlemen, how you season it. Check out, you know, the Thai food is amazing. Vegetarian, vegan, not stuff I get. But same thing with food from India. They figured it out. What I'm trying to get to is that just in your own life, just try some new things that you might not have tried before because you might like them. That's all I'm trying to say. Your frequency's changing. You're going to start changing into a new diet and a new way you process reality. Okay? But it's very hard to do that if you eat something that's very low frequency and then you're complaining about why I can't see at night or why can't I have good dreams. Every time I dream, I'm in nightmares being chased by zombies. And then I ask you, what'd you eat the night before? You're like, a steak and a baked potato. I'm like, don't you think that has a direct effect on the frequency? It's an average. Pay attention to what you put in your suit. Keep the average high. That's all I'm trying to say. You guys do you. I love you. I'm not trying to, you know, everyone has their things. I'm just trying to say a little more moderation will go a long way. All right. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I love you. I hope this was a good little, I just had to see you guys and get motivated, right? You know, for you guys, and stay strong, you guys. We got this. So you guys, again, the whole planet sees the issue. Let those that are making these drastic steps be known. And once they're known, based upon the sovereignty of this planet and the consciousness and reality of some of the agreements that we made with different extraterrestrial species, in the same way that a small group of humans made decisions for the all, let me express another validation of what I would like in the rest of my family on Earth, if I may. That anything, any being, any group, any conglomerate, any species would cease to do human beings on this planet harm, to control us, or put us in a place of suffrage. Let me express that I would denounce and cancel and void all contracts made based upon the collective consciousness of Earth. You have no sovereignty or sovereign right to be here, and our souls are very old experiencing this lower dimensional plane of existence. Assist us in our evolution. Do not hinder us any further. I am Rion. It's an absolute pleasure. Love you guys. Mama Lyrans out there. You know who you are. I love you guys. You guys have a blessed weekend. Step into your power. Step into your heart. Understand that you are very, very loved. Okay? I love you guys. Bye. All right, Grogu. Say bye to Facebook. Bye-bye, Facebook. May the force be with you always. Bye-bye. Oh, YouTube, I love you. Love you, YouTube. All right, may the force be with you. Stay positive, stay happy. Love you. Bye.